So let's talk about this class. Hagar had her wilderness experience. And in the midst of her pain, in the midst of her sorrow, in the midst of her rejection, in the midst of her abuse, in the midst of her confusion, in the midst of her homelessness, in the midst of her brokenheartedness, the Lord found her and ministered to her in the midst of it all. And when God told her to go back, sometimes it seems crazy to us when God tells us to do something. But it's never crazy when God tells us to go back to something that he never told us to leave in the first place. Let me give you an example. Sometimes the Lord will plant you in ministry. And when you are corrected, you'll leave because you don't want to be corrected. But there is power and in the obedience of going back. There is a blessing in going back. See, Hagar was at a crossroads, and maybe some of you are at a crossroads. She didn't know what to do, but sometimes we need to go back. Sometimes we need to go back and to apologize to people that we have offended. Maybe sometimes we need to go back and mend the relationships with your mother, your father, your sister, your brother. Sometimes you need to go back to school. Sometimes you need to go back to that business idea that God has given you. In order for you to propel forward, sometimes it's good to go back. Last thing I want to remind you, Hagar had an experience with the Lord. That experience forever changed her life. You know how I know? Because there's no way that you can have an experience with the Lord and your life not be changed. You're suffering with depression. You need an experience with the Lord. You're still holding on to bitterness. You need an experience with the Lord. You still can't give over to the shame of what you did. You need an experience with the Lord. Every time you have an experience with the Lord, he's full and he's complete. He'll give you everything that you need. This is why I say Hagar gives us hope, because in the midst of some of the worst circumstances, God is right there to see us through and to bring us through. And I thank you.